Tad in Evanston, Illinois writes, as I lay back and listen to my in-ear monitors or my clip speakers, sometimes I remember that 99% of the world either doesn't know how good audio can be or does not have access to good audio. I then realize that even my budget setup, that I enjoy very much, is still better than most people's in the world. It is then that I feel immense gratitude. Do you think as audiophiles we practice enough gratitude in the equipment that we already have? And are we doing a good job getting non-audiophiles to appreciate and try out our hobby? Well, that's a great question. I mean, I do my best to do these videos, to bring high-end audio to people who might be interested in it. But I think the truth is most people don't care. Most people are not really interested in the finer aspects of what you and I might appreciate, in the same way that most of us only have small areas relative to our lives of special interest. So for example, I have a lot of interests that work for me. Like, I like to write my novels. I like high-end audio. I like traveling. Okay? Now, that's me. And I also like a certain kind of food as a vegetarian and all of that, right? So the things that are important to me probably aren't important to the next guy. But the things that are important to him, probably not interesting to me. And what I've found over the years is that, like food, like cars, like hobbies of any kind, or special interests of any kind, it really depends on the person. I figure, and I've said this before, there's a couple 100,000 audiophiles in the world. That's just a guess. And let's say I'm wrong by, I don't know, some factor. Maybe there's 500,000 audiophiles in the world. Well, compared to the 7-8 billion people in the world, that's a pretty small percentage, right? I mean, it's just a specialized interest level for people who really appreciate great sound. And I can't tell you the number of people that I have brought in here, from the UPS guy to the guy that fixes our air conditioner. What is all this? What are you guys doing here? You know, you want to see? Sure. Sit him down, crank up the sound. His jaw dropped, literally. He was like, oh my God, I've never heard anything like that. And you do this for movie theaters? You know, I mean, they have no clue, right? And that's cool. But as his jaw drops and he's never heard anything like it, does that mean that he's interested in having this at any price in his home? Probably not. Why? Well, he would have to have enough interest, even if he got it for free, to set up a space that he could have this in his home. It's not as easy as just taking an Amazon Echo and setting it up in the corner and plugging it in. You're going to have to dedicate some room to it. You're going to have to do this. You're going to have to do that. And you have to have an interest in it. So while he was fascinated, thought it was amazing, that was the end of it. He walks out of here and he never thinks about it again. And I think that is true for most people. But for those who get it, for those that say, I want that in my home, you get it. And it's interesting to you. So here we are, a small group, and happy to be part of it. All right. Thanks.